Hello and thank you for downloading this most recent episode of Movie Guys Podcast. Before we start the show tonight, we wanted to give everybody a word of warning that each episode produced by Movie Guys Podcast is for a mature audience. You have been warned. Also, all of our reviews are spoiler filled. So if you have not seen the film that we're going to talk about tonight, turn off the show and come back when you're ready to listen. Thank you so much for downloading, and we hope you enjoy the show. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another awesome episode of Movie Guys Podcast. And tonight we're talking about Godzilla, King of the Monsters. I am Jordan. I'm joined here with my buddy Eric. How you doing tonight, buddy?
That was a lot better. We got it that time. That was great. I'm great. I'm I'm real fucking great. In this cryptozoological agency monarch, the face off against the battery of a god-sized monsters, including the mighty Godzilla, who collides with Mothra, Rodan, and his ultimate nemesis. How do you say this again?
Well, there's two different versions. You got King Ghidorah, and then the Japanese version is a little bit different, but let's just go with King Ghidorah because I'm not even going to try to.
Is that what they said in the movie?
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. So, yeah, basically this is part of the Monsters series, right? This movie was directed by Michael Daughtry?
Yeah, just nobody. It is the nemesis is King Ghidorah for us, and I just had it. Shit. Ghidorah. King Ghidorah in Japan is what they call him.
Well, so far, this is quite unfortunate. I'm looking at the director, Michael Daughtry. He's also got Krampus, he's got Trick or Treat, and he's got Superman Returns. So, he's got a... I liked Krampus.
Wait a minute, Superman Returns I thought was directed by Bryan Singer.
He also did, it looks like, X-Men Apocalypse. I'm sure he's just added on to it. Hold on, let me dig deep here, buddy. Let me enhance. Looks like a writer. Screenplay, story. Oh, with Urban Legends, Bloody Mary. So there you go. And he's got a screenplay credit on this one too. He's also doing Godzilla vs. Kong.
Yeah, which got pushed back now.
Why did he get pushed back?
Because this movie sucks.
Yeah. We'll get into it. This movie, Jordan, was goddamn horrible. Like we're gonna get into it obviously, but this movie was goddamn horrible. It was hard to watch.
It was very hard to watch. I fell asleep twice in this movie. Like, okay, can I just say something that I know you're going to agree with?
Let's go.
That you and I have not had a conversation before this recording, so I just want to make sure that this is fresh.
It's fresh.
Okay, this is fresh.
Real fresh.
I pay money. This is for Hollywood. I pay money with a movie ticket in my hand that says Godzilla. I am here to see Godzilla.
That's right.
I do not care in a 2-hour movie, an hour and a half of a husband who was like a Bruce Wayne whose family got killed, and then no, wait, they're not killed, and they're doing this thing with Mothra. Who the fuck cares?
You already know. I think a lot of people already know what this is.
Who cares? It's Godzilla. Give me 2 hours of Godzilla.
That's right. You don't want get rid of the human characters, the human element. You know, it doesn't need to be this touchy-feely stuff. I bought a ticket for the fight, baby. I want to see the fight.
And the fight was great, but god damn it.
Yeah.
This happened in Godzilla 2014. You know, do you remember that teaser trailer in Godzilla 2014 where they had that awesome skydive with the red smoke coming off of them, and you can see like glimpses of Godzilla?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, this is what this movie's gonna be like.
Yeah.
Oh, and no. We get Alan Taylor Johnson for an hour and a half with a fucking Olsen twin chick, whatever, sister. I did.
Yeah. It was rough doings, and this movie pretty much did the same thing too. And here's the bad part about it too is that like a lot of it just really became more and more ridiculous than the next. You know what I mean? As far as where the human story was going, because it focused around a divorced couple and their and 11 from Stranger Things as their daughter. And for some reason, now like this is like a world event, and these three people are just like, like players in the world in their magic stealth bomber airplane. They're not wearing any seatbelts by that thing. I watched that fucking thing do dips and dives and spins and barrel rolls, and these people were just standing up on the bridge, just not even a problem. And there's a lot of it was just again throwing out the element. This movie made sense if I was 12.
Right? Because another thing is, if you were 12 years old, you couldn't even watch this movie because you would have gone, Mommy, Daddy, this is terrible. I'm bored. Where is the giant lizard beast? Also, what movie am I watching? You got stealth planes. You got stealth planes, and you got the floating thing, the floating ship or whatever you want to call it, like the
Yeah,
stealth ship. Is this Avengers? Is this Hydra?
yeah, it
Because it's
seemed
the
weird.
same exact concept. Monarch is stupid.
Yeah.
And King Kong versus Godzilla, if they do not change it, it's going to be just as stupid. Like it does. This monster trilogy is bad. And I will eat my hat right now, Eric. Everybody can check it out in our archives when we reviewed Kong Skull Island, and I hated that movie. I bashed that movie, blah, 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 blah. That movie is great compared to these two, Godzilla 14 and this one, because there's Kong doing Kong shit.
That's the nicest thing you've said about that movie ever.
He's doing shit. I didn't like the movie, but at least it said Kong, and in the first 5 seconds, I get Kong.
Yep. So that's exactly what I liked. I mean, and we can go back to that movie in the archives and check it out because I praised that movie because I wanted tickets to the Rumble, and that's what I got with Kong. This movie, I got a lot more of this human shit, and I just did not like that whatsoever.
No.
The fight scenes were pretty cool though. Like for
No, yeah,
for
badass.
what they were, those things were cool as shit. I love those.
Yeah, so let's kind of break it down real quick here. We got Godzilla teaming up with Mothra, going against Rodan and King Ghidorah. Now, Mothra, for the fans that don't know, who haven't seen the movie yet or don't know anything about the universe, Mothra is pretty much a glorified butterfly.
Yeah.
Right? It's butterfree for your Pokemon fans. Then you got Rodan, which is just a giant bird. Nothing else, like a bird. That's it.
Well, it's like a lava bird.
Yeah. Then we got King Ghidorah, which is a three-headed Hydra monster, which is not actually from Earth. All the other ones are from Earth. They are hinting that King Ghidorah is from space.
He's the alpha.
Yes. So I have a question. Ghidorah is Godzilla's Joker, right?
Yeah.
Why do we have to have all these monsters?
What do you mean? Why we have to all the monsters?
Could it just be Godzilla versus Ghidorah? Could it be, Ghidorah comes from? Could it be the movie opens up with Ghidorah in some sort of a meteorite kind of form crash lands in Boston, since the movie takes place in Boston? Could he crash land in Boston? Everybody thinks it's a meteorite, but no, it's Ghidorah, and nothing will ever destroy it. Nukes won't. Nothing will help besides they got to get back Godzilla.
Well, it is called King of the Monsters, so you gotta have to have other monsters to be king of if you're going to be the king of the monsters.
Yeah, but why do you have to have it? I mean, make this just Ghidorah, because Mothra does nothing.
Because respect the Godzilla, man. You got to respect the king, and Godzilla currently is the king.
Okay, Eric, what do you think of Godzilla in this? Do you think the overall look is good?
I think it's
like
badass.
this?
I liked what they did. It got ridiculous at times. It got very much like an anime because there was a part where, as we know, Godzilla gets a charge off of nuclear because he is himself nuclear. Yeah, so what's kind of what I'm hearing up. So when he was sleeping or trying to regen himself, they thought, oh, we got an idea. We'll just speed up this process and blow a nuke at that motherfucker, and he'll just be like, oh man, he'll get juiced up.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a pretty fucking cool thing because then he himself became a walking nuclear bomb. And there's that part I'm talking about where his scales fucking lit up like a red, and he was just like booming out this orb, this, you know what I mean? This kind of this wave, this shock wave. This
Yeah.
pulse wave every time, just boom, whipped his nuke. It was really cool. There were some really cool fight scenes. If they had maybe like 15, 20 minutes more of that, then this movie would have been a lot better. Because you sure as shit did not need any of that story, um, or any of that. Like it didn't even help like further the plot at all as they were chasing the monsters. Like the monsters were doing their own thing.
They
So
were.
anything that they were doing, it was in reaction. You know what I mean to the humans. The only thing that the humans did was pretty much do that nuke or do some explanation and stuff. That
And,
was about it. Or
and
the
of course,
the wave, the sound wave thing.
well, of course, the monsters are all hidden in this movie until King Ghidorah shows up, stands on top of a volcano, does this little screech thing, and then all the monsters are like, "Oh, an alien is telling us to go and fuck shit up. Let's go do that." And this is King of the Monsters. Next movie, we got King Kong versus Godzilla. Missed a step. Why wasn't Kong in this movie?
It's only Gloomstead. Also, like when you say that, like when he all these monsters had let out such a roar that it was just like heard of for halfway across the world, and like there were characters like standing in front of that, like couldn't just the science of it, the sheer, you know what I mean, like to have something that loud just to be it either way. I don't You don't need to explain it. It just shows how ridiculous this movie has gotten. But
Oh, it's yeah.
yeah, exactly. So um I forget where I was going with that.
That's
There's
okay.
so many things I could complain about with this movie. Oh, Kong. There was something that was brought up too because of the size comparison. Because Godzilla is way bigger than Kong. Like
Yeah,
I think like he's like someone did the math and he's like 3 or 4 times the height in
yeah, yeah. I
actual
mean,
Kongs. You know.
like Kong is going to be up to Godzilla's knee in the movie. Like, why?
Yeah. So this will be curious. So maybe I don't know. Maybe they'll do some sort of rampage thing and make Kong bigger.
I hope not. You know, I was really excited knowing back when we got Godzilla 2014 that they announced that they were going to make this a trilogy, and they announced that the third and final movie was going to be
Oh.
Kong versus Godzilla.
I
But
think I cracked this nut here, dude. Because Kong was in the 70s, right? It took place in the 70s.
Vietnam, yeah, the late 60s, early 70s, yeah.
Is that what it was? It was after the war.
Oh, yeah, it was right after the war, and Samuel L. Jackson and his characters were like, "We're going to do one more mission."
Yeah. So maybe they're going to be using this in the past 40 something years. You know, Kong has had time, and we've been giving him growth and blah 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 blah. And John C.
Right?
Riley will pop in and say
John
some
C. Riley, yeah, yeah, he'll
we'll
be like feed him steroids, like bunky steroids for the past 40 years.
if they have John C. Riley like being some sort of like I don't know whisperer to the Kong, I'm gonna be pissed about that too. Also, in this movie, the Godzilla King of the Monsters movie, I think I timed it actually. I think it's like 12 minutes or something like that. We get a fucking like 12 minutes in, Jordan. God damn it, so help me. There's a moment where it was like Godzilla 2000, Matthew Broderick all over again. That cliche where the little girl comes up. It was to Mothra in cocoon, in a pubis or whatever the hell it is. I don't know.
Yeah, yep, yep.
Pupa. Uh, and it had like this moment where she reached out and its big old nose came in and she had like a little moment, touch to touch moment. It's so goddamn cliche. And it was in the first 12 minutes. As soon as I saw that, I that was audible for me. I got up and went, nope,
Yeah.
fuck that.
Yep.
That's
I mean, you gotta give the movie at least an audible because Mothra is so cute, and how can he be terrible? But then you look at it, you're like, okay, Godzilla and Mothra in a tag team against Rodan and Ghidra. Well, Japanese Ghidra. Mothra can't hold a candle. What can Mothra do?
Sting, I guess.
I mean, he doesn't have a stinger.
Sting like a bee, man.
He doesn't have a stinger though.
Floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee.
I get it, but he doesn't have a stinger. I mean, like,
well, that's because he is actually a she in this movie, and female Mothras are known for their big old stingers, apparently.
I guess so. I mean, like, have another monster tag with Godzilla if you're gonna go this route. Just have another bigger. I mean, Mothra's cool for the time in the '60s, but for this day and age, you gotta go something different here.
Also, it didn't kill Rodan either.
No, and Rodan at the end of the movie, we'll jump ahead to the end. After Godzilla wins, all the monsters come out of nowhere and bow to the king.
King of Monsters, baby. And then what do they do?
Uh,
Did they just go back home after that? Like
that
everyone's
is
just got to rebuild the. They destroyed like how like 6 cities or some shit like that. Like
destroyed Boston at the end. I mean, like, and what was the city in the first movie in 2014? The fuck if I was that San Francisco?
yeah, it was a West Coast, right?
So he destroys San Francisco, fighting against the Mutos, and now he destroys Boston. It's like he's our hero, really? I mean,
It's yeah, it's confusing, but as long as they learn their lesson, because this movie had considerably a lot more action than Godzilla.
it did it though. I mean, like, it's pretty
I
bad that I fell asleep in a Godzilla movie. It's pretty bad that Godzilla '98, which is the Matthew Broderick one, it's pretty bad that that one's more entertaining than this one. That's pretty bad.
well, yeah, was
I
that
mean,
one really though? Yeah, I guess.
yeah, yeah. Come on, it was entertaining.
Yeah,
It
I
was,
guess
it
that was
was,
a weird looking Godzilla, but yeah,
it was terrible. It was terrible. I'm not saying it's great, but at least was entertaining.
sure.
Maybe being my age now, it came out when I was like 9, 10 years old, so I guess nostalgia. But
No, I get it.
this is not entertaining. This
No,
is boring.
this also movie does not come out with nearly as good a soundtrack.
No, I don't
P Diddy,
understand.
and what's that?
Jimmy Page, come with me.
Jacob Dylan.
Yeah,
So we could
I
be
don't
heroes.
understand why in the Sam Hill do we have to have these human characters. I keep on joking. I keep on going back about it because there's this whole thing where is the mom a double agent or not, and it's like, why do I care? I
Oh
don't
yeah, that's true.
care. Like the
Uh,
mom. Oh,
this movie was PG-13, 2 hours 12 minutes long. I think it probably could have easily been a half hour shorter than that. Real
oh God.
easy.
Yeah.
And that it's just for the sake of that. What's the cost in this one? Do you have the numbers in front of you? Budget looks like a 170, and looks like the gross is 80 on the opening weekend. But it's gonna make it back worldwide, that's for sure.
I'm disgusted.
Yeah, 170 million opening weekend was just shy of 50, so that's a bomb. Its gross is at 80. It's worldwide. Well, it's at past double, but that's worldwide. So
I'm disgusted, to be honest with
different
you.
budget. Well, yeah, sure. I don't know if I would watch this movie again. I don't know. You know what? This is like a good background movie, maybe. Just like because it's got some fucking bad scenes. I give it too much credit. You're right. No, it's a piece of shit movie with the best fight scenes, and basically it's going to make for one hell of a YouTube video.
It is. Can I make a suggestion for you? First of all, Eric, are you a Godzilla fan at all? I mean, do you like the Godzilla movies like
Oh
back in the day?
yeah, dude. The ones that there are two good anime ones on Netflix right now.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, so I recommend those. Those are pretty fucking cool. But I like Godzilla.
The two that I'm going to recommend, because I see a lot of YouTube videos have been doing this recently because of this movie, but the two movies that I recommend for just your normal movie going audience is the first one, Gojira in 1954, and then its sequel, which is Godzilla 1984, which has Raymond Burr back in it, and they pretend that the other movies didn't happen, and Godzilla comes back to Tokyo and destroys it again. That's what I like. I don't like Godzilla being a good guy and teaming up here. I want Godzilla to come in. I want him to be a metaphor for the nuclear bomb. That's the whole point. And I want him to destroy cities. And I'm just sick of this friendly Godzilla. They need to do something better.
Yeah. I don't like that. We're friends. My Godzilla is one who's just he's a god, literally on its own, and he just does his whole thing. I'm trying to think. There were Godzilla comics, and they had this one, King of the Monsters. I'm trying to look it up right now. It came out mid-90s. So yeah, that's when it got crazy, just because you got to see a lot of bright colors there. But that's what you want. You just want the fight, man. Like cut the
Did you
talk and get the action. Let's
did you
go.
see Shin Godzilla?
I Oh, I don't think so. Maybe there's so many Godzillas. Let me pull it
It
up.
came out in 2016, 15. It's the Japanese fourth remake of the first Godzilla movie.
Is that the
And
one?
it
That's the one that's on Netflix right now, right?
Shin Godzilla? No, it's a live action.
Oh, no, this one. I didn't. I had not because there was no way to see it. I know. I know exactly what you're talking about, though. This
It's
was the.
amazing.
This was really popular. This was got viral. The trailer did, but where
Yeah,
did
this
you see it?
I saw it in an independent theater.
There you go. Yeah, okay.
But no, great Godzilla movie. Godzilla. They're pretending that the movies didn't happen, and Shin Godzilla is like the fourth remake of the first movie. So that's the Godzilla that I like. Um, Eric, you're right though. The special effects in this were great. The fighting with Godzilla and the monsters were fun. Uh, King Gigra looked great. All the monsters looked great. And you and I have said the same exact thing. So I guess without beating a dead horse and making it boring here, the problem with this movie is the human parts, and they just need to not do that. When they do King Kong versus Godzilla, they need to just have Godzilla go to Skull Island and just have a battle royal.
Hmm.
That's what they need to have. I want to pay top dollar for that. I want make that an hour and a half and just have their stuff. Have John C. Riley come back for whatever reason. I don't care. I mean, like, and what? The only actor that came back in this movie was the Japanese guy from the Godzilla 2014 movie.
Where was Oh man, what's his name? What's Friday Night Lights name? Uh
He wasn't in this one.
oh man. You sure?
No.
Well
Yes,
then,
yes, he was. Yes, he was, but he wasn't in 2014 though.
okay.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, they brought back. I'm talking about the Japanese guy who sacrificed himself.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, he was in the first one because he was the mentor, the
Yeah,
teacher of yeah.
I mean, okay, cool. So you bring him back, but it's like if you're gonna focus on human parts, then let us care about Aaron. Where was Taylor Johnson in this movie? The whole movie was circled around him last movie. Like, was he
Again,
just?
we don't need to try to explain anything more in this movie.
Mm,
Where it's silly. I think any person. I don't mean to just to talk down to the screenwriters of this and everything else. Like it looked fantastic. So on a direction and everything else in that part looked great. But the script, like I think they knew that they didn't really need a whole lot. They could just be like, yeah, sure, we can do this, yeah, we can do this, yeah, that's fine, don't worry about it because there's gonna be a monster scene fight, and and doing this next. So I think there was just maybe kind of like that attitude, at least I'm hoping. So I mean, you can come up with any different any story, and it would have been just as good, if not better. Then make this thing a half hour less,
yes.
and keep the and cut out all the human parts. Keep the fights
Yeah.
as
Keep the
is,
fight.
but as right now, but just cut out a half hour of that talk, of that gabba, and then you got yourself a movie.
Yeah. Get yourself a fun movie. We're not saying it's going to be a great movie. We're saying it's going to be a fun movie. I think we already know where our popcorn ratings are for this one. I mean, like, I'm going to give this one a just, oh, do I give it a no bag or give it a small? I mean, the only reason why you give it a small is, hey, just fast forward to the last 20 minutes and you'll see Godzilla do his shit. So, does that deserve a small, Eric? That's my oof. Um, yeah, Eric, I'm gonna go with no bag on this one, man. I mean the fights are cool, but it's just this is a nothing of a movie. It's just boring.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish I could just say. I mean, no bag, but you know what? I'll buy a Kit Kat and bring that one into the theater. How about
Right
that?
there, you go.
Yeah, just a little bit of sweet tooth, because that's all this is just some action porn, a little bit of sweet tooth, and that's all that is. But again, said this before. That just is basically what that shit is. It doesn't
Yeah.
didn't need to be. It could have been a lot more. I hope they bring it to the next. There was a better point that I had made, but I forgot about it because I got to thinking about Kit Kats.
I would have chosen Reese's, but that's me.
Yeah, sure. It's a shit movie, but
That's a shit movie.
that's what I give it that. But I'm waiting for the YouTube edit, and that will probably be a full bag.
Yes, that would be a full bag because the YouTube would make a better movie than this. Um, Well, everybody, this is kind of like a short mini review here with Eric and I for Movie Guys Podcast. Uh, we are back here. We had a week off for the early summer, I guess, or summer vacation. So next week, we'll be coming back to you, hopefully with 2 brand new episodes for you next week with Men in Black 4 and Dark Phoenix. And at the end of the month here, we'll be closing out with Child's Play, which I don't know if you are, but I'm like really stoked for Child's Play. So I'm kind of counting down the hours on that one.
It'll be good.
So, but thank you everybody so much for downloading this episode. Check us out on Spotify and on iTunes and on iHeartRadio. Just search for Movie Guys Podcast and make sure to check us out at movieguyspodcast.com. Eric, thanks so much for joining me. And we'll be back next week for some awesome, great reviews. Have a good night.